Disappointing in the end, Paul, having looked as though we just about got through to the end and kept the lead, conceding the one late on.
Yeah, very disappointing, Tony. Their first shot on target the whole night. A team that clearly came for a point. The manager was telling them to slow it down at 1-0 down in the first half. I think that gives an understanding of where they felt they were at in the game in the first half. We had to go 2 up really. You're always looking at that long throw they've got and the fact they smash it forward at every opportunity. Martin then puts 4 or 5 players up front in the last 5-10 minutes to try and get something out of the game. I've got to say it was a good strike from the right back. I've just re-looked at it and he's hit it sweetly, but we've got to be disappointed with tonight's result. I thought first half we were very good, and unfortunately I think the second half we ran out of steam a little bit, and that's understandable with the amount of travel we've done, especially the travel on Saturday and coming back at Hartlepool, doing so well in that game. But you've got to take your chances when you're 1-0 up to go 2 or 3-0 up, as we should have done. We were by far the better side, and we've been punished in the last minute, and that's football, I suppose.
You say a little bit of a turning point. Kieran shot just after half time that the keeper tipped onto the bar.
Well, it was a fantastic strike. I didn't see the save, but if you're telling me it's a save, then it's a fantastic save from the goalkeeper. But probably Jonah, the ball's come back to him 5 yards out, and he probably had a bit more time than he thought. That was the golden chance to go 2-0 up. We got a couple of great crosses across the near post in that first 10-15 minutes, but then we sort of run out of steam. And I've got to say, I thought Zavin Hines came on, and as he did for Mason actually a year or 2 ago here, made a real difference. He likes this pitch, and that allowed them to get those free kicks. Zavin was picking up plenty of them and keep piling it in the box, and as I said, eventually one paid off. But we've got to be again try and look positively at the return of 4 points from 2 games. If you're saying you're disappointed when you played Hartlepool United and Chesterfield, who I think their chief executive described as the Manchester City of this league, then little old Sutton have gone and got 4 points against those 2 teams. We're just disappointed that it's not 6. But we'll take the 4. We've got a real good game coming up Saturday against a much improved Dagenham and Redbridge side. They've got the investment in from their new American investors. So they've managed to bring in Belanta and McQueen from Ebbsfleet, and they'll be bringing in 1 or 2 more. And I think they've had a good result at Dover tonight as well. So, it's they keep tripping off your tongue, don't they? Ex-league teams coming here, or we're going to there, and this is the end of a long month. And as I said, I can't be too critical of the players. I just felt we ran out of steam in that last 10-15 minutes.
Jonah in particular, first half.
Outstanding. I thought the front 3 were actually. Yeah. I thought the front 3 absolutely run them ragged, and they couldn't cope with our front 3. And also, actually, it was our whole 11. I thought our whole 11 played particularly well. Dale Bennett again, outstanding tonight, and we looked a threat every time we went forward. But what was disappointing was the way the second half just it's like watching the ball being smashed all the time from back to front. And unfortunately, we didn't help ourselves by doing the same thing. But your mind, when it gets tired, doesn't always make the right decisions. And I think we played into their hands a little bit second half of they had it, we had it, they had it, we had it. It was a poor quality game, especially second half. And as I said, I'll be honest with you, how Chesterfield play is not for me. Hate the way they play, but we struggle sometimes, like we did against Dover, to defend against that. And good luck to Chesterfield if that's how they want to do it. But it's not. It doesn't make any entertainment for many of the watching people, I don't think.
And the changes in the second half, was that just down to players getting tired, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we were aware that it was going to be a non-stop barrage of long throws coming in. I mean, when they're left back, he's switching over to become the right back just to take a throw in. It's I think it's embarrassing, to be honest, in football. And it's throw it up the line 60 yards, let's get a flick on, try and get another throw in, then throw it in the box, and it's repeat nauseum. And I don't particularly care what anyone else thinks. That's what I think of the game, and that's my view of them.
Is that Dean Beck within the last 5 minutes?
Well, you bring Dean on to try and stop this, as I said, this repeat rinse tactic of throwing it down the line, hoping to get another throw in. If that's what football's come to, I don't know. It's not how I want to play.
Did you say 4 points from the last 2 games, and now on to Dagenham on Saturday, and still
yeah, well, hopefully Dagenham will come and try and play some football, and the crowd can actually see a decent game. you know, that's part and parcel of, we're supposed to enjoy football at this level. That wasn't a particularly enjoyable watch tonight. Second half, I thought it was a dreadful advert for the National League, I've got to say that. And you know, I make no bones about it, it was dreadful.
Okay, I hope for better on Saturday.
Yeah, I think you'll get better because you'll have two teams that want to try and play some football.
Brilliant, okay.
Cheers.